Let's start with a simple one-phrase melody. Now, is that a good melody or a bad one? Well, it really depends on how you develop it, what you do with it next. Now, the most common way to develop it would be simply to repeat it. Or you might repeat it in a different pitch area, which is a technique called sequencing. But let's take the sequence and let's vary it a little bit so it doesn't sound like an exact duplicate of the first phrase, but has a little bit of its own identity. There, I kept the timing exactly the same with the pitches, but I changed the direction of them slightly so that it had a little bit of its own identity. So they still sound like related phrases because they have the timing in common, but the pitches are slightly different, so it sounds like it has its own identity. Okay, let's put some words to it and see how it works with lyrics. Hear the thunder in the clouds, like a voice so strong and proud. Alright, that's not bad. Let's add some chords to it. So I'll choose some chords that the melody seems to be outlining. And hear the thunder in the clouds, like a voice so strong and proud. See the lightning in the sky, like the sparkles in your eyes. And there what I did was I took phrase A and phrase B, and then I repeated them again with another set of lyrics that rhymed. Okay, but it's a little bit too expected. That last phrase, it doesn't really have that much interest to it because it's exactly what the listener expects to hear. So what often is helpful is to vary the last phrase so it gives them kind of what they expect, but also surprises them in a good way as well. So what I'll do is I'll change the last phrase to create a little bit of that effect. Hear the thunder in the clouds, like a voice so clear and proud. See the lightning in the sky, like the sparkles in your eyes. So there, what I did was I took the last phrase and I stretched it out a little bit. And what it did was, because I made it longer, it highlighted the last part of the phrase, which also happened to have words that sum up all these metaphors about nature in the lyrics. Now all of a sudden it's related to a couple, to two people together, so it relates it to a love song. And so that's what you want to do if you have any lyrics that stand out by themselves with a melody note or two. Make sure you put important words there that you do want to highlight. So the techniques we used were repetition, sequencing, variation, and then changing the line length. So there were 4 different techniques. You can use these with your own songs, and once you play around with them, they begin to become second nature, and they become part of your mental tool belt that you can pull out intuitively anytime you need to develop your melody further.